Hey guys, Andy here. Welcome back to another episode of Andy's MG Adventures, where today we're fixing a problem that most of you classic car people are going to need to know about. In the UK, our fuel has changed from E5 to E10. What does that mean? Well, E5 has 5% ethanol in it, and E10 has 10% ethanol in it. And why is that a problem? E10 does not like fuel hoses, especially the type of hoses used on these old cars. It chews through them like a nice hobnob. So I thought I'd have a quick butcher's under the bonnet of Margot to see what the condition of mine were, and they were cracked. Now this video is only going to highlight the hoses in the engine bay. There are some where the fuel pump is at the back of the car, which I will do in another video, but this is looking at those ones first. So, let's get on with it. So, tools originally for this job is very simple. Flathead screwdriver to take the old clips off, some new fuel hoses and some blue roll because there's going to be a bit of fuel spillage that you don't want getting anywhere on the car, or indeed anywhere that it shouldn't be. However, you don't want this rubbish. Braided hose means you can't see the quality of the rubber underneath, and also these aren't E10 fuel compliant. So, sound effects optional. So I popped onto Demon Tweaks and bought this R9 rubber fuel hose. This will withstand pretty much anything you can throw at it. And also, obviously, a Stanley knife, because what we might need to do is cut the length of hose that we're replacing. So today's fix video is going to be looking at the fuel hoses just in the engine bay. So that's the one that is fed from the fuel send, and then this one that sort of bridges the two carbs. So it's those two hoses we're going to be looking at replacing. And because I can't get that camera in there, I'll be using my GoPro, which is a little bit blurry, but will give you an idea of what we're doing, what I'm doing. Do I have voices in my head? So the first thing we're going to do is get some blue roll, because we're going to undo this one and the problematic one, which is down there, and take this hose off, which also will tell us how long we need to cut the new hose as well. I'm going to stuff some rags down like this, just around there, just in case. And you need arms the size of a slightly less endowed T-Rex to get in there and twist, undo it, and then pull that off. Come on, sweetheart. There we go. Out you come. Ooh. So this one here needs, just we'll chuck some under there for now, ready to grab some if we need it. Here we go. Undoing this one. Give it a pull. Oh, first hose is off. Ta-da! Right, we've got the old fuel hose out, which means we can take the new fuel hose and cut the right length for that one. Nice and neat. There we go. Nice clean cut. Can you see? So the first things first, let me get my little... If you don't have one of these, get one. They're really, really useful for little bits so you don't lose them. Anyway. First things first, I'm going to slip this one down. Now I'm going to try and get it so I can see the writing on this bit of hose, so it's just clear that this is an R9 piece, and you can just see there's the hose, and there's the pipe just here. I'm just going to start to slot her on. Oh, that's going on perfectly. Oh, a bit of a force, that's a bit snug, mind. That's feeling good. Make sure I've got enough flex to get onto this. Yes, I do. Can't forget I need to put the clamps on. There we go. That's feeling good. Let's get the clamps on. So what I'm doing now is getting this new hose, which I've got the bottom on down there. Just going to squeeze this puppy on. Try and get him on. On you go, mate. I don't want to, be too rough, but it does have to be snug. There we go. There we go, we're on. So let's get this clip on. Just going to do the one down at the bottom as well. Now we're going to be fixing this hose, replacing this hose, which goes all the way between these two carburetors. So again, we need some blue roll. I'll start at the far end, I think, and work my way forward. Get as loose as you'll go. I have to do a little bit of prizing here. There we go. Now we need to feed that through. Like that. Nice smell of petrol. Now we're going to do this one. I'm expecting a similar thing with this one. Clamped to within an inch of its life. We're going to need this little plastic sleeve, rubbery sleeve. Again, this one's going to need to be prized off. Oh, dearie me. That's that one out. And again, we need to keep that little rubber sleeve as well. So now we've got the old one off, we can do the same again and measure roughly what we need. Measure twice, cut once. That's what Dave would always say. Careful not to slice your finger off. So the first things first is we're going to thread the hose through these like this, get them on. All this stuff's going to be easier once the hose is through, like so. Feed that through like so. In she goes, and then this one's going to go in as well. Right, so that's got these little sleeves in, if that makes sense. Now I'm going to use the original clips because they're a mil smaller. They look in good nick as well, so I'm going to put that on like that and start to wiggle her on. Should be able to just see. This is going to take a bit of fettling, as we expected. There we go. So again, I need a clip ready and accessible, and then this needs to just pop on like this and get her on. It's going to take a bit of squishing. She's getting there, she's getting there, she's on. I'm using the original clips because it gave me better purchase. I'm about to tighten them up, and then we'll see if she runs. Okay, so now that the fuel hoses are in, it's time to start her up and make sure there aren't any leaks anywhere. Wish me luck. Are you looking here? Seems to be nice and dry. So there you go, the first two hoses that are not E10 compliant are now replaced. Obviously there are some at the back of the car where the fuel pump is near the differential. That's going to be a bit fiddlier. But in the meantime, if you like what you see, the car, then feel free to hit subscribe, where you'll get to see more videos of Margot and I and all of our antics. But in the meantime, before I say goodbye, a little treat for you all. Here's some outtakes of me trying to make this video. In the meantime, take care. Love you. Bye! Down here, you need... Oh God. Oh, come back. Gavin, come here. Ow. Hey guys, Andy here. Welcome back to another episode of Andy's MG Adventures, where today... Not sure why I'm stroking her. Okay, now that the hoses are all replaced, at least the ones... What does that mean? Where today we're doing a No.